Hi, welcome to Ourania Tarot. Today I will be reading cards to affirm either how you are feeling or what you are going through now, and maybe the steps you can take into resolving that, or just an outlook on your future days to come. And this is, when I say current feelings or current happenings, I mean current as in, you know, a few days back, a few weeks back even, as long as it's still lingering. You know, it could just have been an action you remember like it was yesterday because it felt that way. So that is what I mean by current, as long as there are remnants of that event from today, as in memory, as in maybe it literally just happened, then that is what I mean. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. This is my setup. Obviously you can see it's not the best. This is my first video. So yeah, I will be picking fresh cards from the Illuminated Tarot cards, which is what I just pointed to and shuffled, well, not shuffled, flipped through. And since I am very new to tarot, I won't have to be referring, but I will try not to refer on the booklet itself. I will try to refer to my own intuition, and that goes the same for these cards, which are the good tarot cards. But eventually, at some point, I might have to. So that is a disclaimer. At the end, I will be picking from this little baggie full of charms. I don't have that many charms as well, but because I don't have that many, I make up for it in really intuitively pouring all my significance into one charm, into what I think it signifies for you. And that will be at the end of each reading, simply to add on to what you've already heard. Without further ado, this is group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Pile number 1 has a fluorite, little bottle of fluorite. You can see. Beautiful. Pile number 2 has a rose quartz. Pile number 3 has a regular white quartz, however with little indications of teal and a little bit of brown over here. Beautiful. So whichever one really calls to you, go for it. Pick it. Whatever timestamps might call to you, the number might signify something, or whatever number of cards you really feel drawn to, or drawn to in general. Go ahead and take some time to pick it. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, tilt your head, whatever your intuition speaks to. Okay, hello group 1. If you pick fluorite, this is for you. Let's put that aside. All right, I apologize again for any noise. I'm going to be apologizing throughout. I don't have, this is my own desk in my own room, and this is my family's house, so obviously I live with other people, including babies and children. So your first card is the 6 of Earth, or in this case, the 6 of Pentacles. Your second card is the 3 of Water, or in this case, the 3 of Cups. And your third card is the Queen of Water, or in this case, the Queen of Cups. So those are your 3 cards from the Good Tarot. You probably hear the crying. I'm so sorry. This is interrupting your peace. I don't think this will be a peaceful reading, honestly. But, you know, that's just life. So let's pull your 2 cards from the Illuminated Tarot. Like I said in the beginning, I might have to refer to the booklet. I am brand spanking new, and I do have school on top of this, so I do try to learn as much as possible, whatever I can. Okay, so we have the 6 of Pentacles. Let's put that somewhere. Put it right here. And what else do we got? I'm gonna pull another one. Okay, so this one. Ooh, okay, we have the Three of Swords. Okay. So, I do believe all of these are right side up, if I am not wrong. So we have the Queen of Water, or let me say them by the actual name. Queen of Cups, Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles again. Wow. So that is definitely affirming this. And we have the Three of Swords. So sorry for the little cut in the video. My brother started to cry. All right, now let's do your reading. So definitely this confirms this. So you've got two Six of Pentacles. And really from what I'm getting is you give what you get so far. Your maybe togetherness is maybe what you gave. Let's read into that a little later. I'm not too comfortable with reading that on its with my own intuition, but that is what I really derive from these. You can also see the material. Yeah. So you've got also Two Cups. So Three of Cups to me is all about reaping in the rewards, I think, which suits this perfectly, as Pentacles are material. And this is you figuratively or physically reaping in your rewards, finally claiming what you had worked for. And then we have the Queen of Cups, which, so I think she looks very emotionally intact. She's very in her mental state. Let me read into that a little bit. Because I am not too sure. So I think, let's see, Queen of, all right, so this is about fertility, responsibility to nature. Yeah, she feels very, I feel like to nature could refer to your own mental being. You are very intact with your own mental state. You are very, well, it says fertility here, but to me that mostly means that you are able to create. And I think that ties into with this. So maybe you have been or you will start something new. I know this is usually what the Ace of Cups might signify, but here I'm getting that you have the ability to do so. It's not that you already know you can, but this is just affirming to me that whatever you do with passion prospers. And I think this is an even bigger affirmation of that, because here you are kind of reaping in the rewards from that. I'm sorry if you can't see it or if it's out of frame. I'll try. Oops. Good enough. So let's get into the Six of Pentacles. Okay, the Six of Diamonds or the Six of Earth, depending on which card you are looking at, which you can't even see because, oh, my setup isn't that amazing, but nonetheless it works. So, okay, this is about charity, harmony, and cooperation. Like what I said, you get what you get. This is really tying into other people, and maybe this relates to this. Maybe you have or will start something in which you will be working with other people, or you want to work with other people in the future. You want to give and reap the rewards from that. Not rewards as in physical rewards, because otherwise we would get maybe a Three of Pentacles. Rather the mental rewards, the rewards in your heart, which is just goodness, karma. So yeah, I think this is just affirming that you have such a good ability to really, whatever you do with a passion, become successful. Now, Three of Swords. So I usually associate swords with well, it is the element of the air, so actually in this deck it would be 3 of air, but I really get from Swords not pushiness, rather a really vast understanding, kind of. So I don't know if that's what I'm getting. You have the 3 of Swords, so let's get to that. And 3 of Swords, okay. Oh, okay. So this is moving beyond sorrow or understanding one's own feelings. So this kind of makes sense because you've got 2 emotional cards, and I would even call the Pentacles emotional, just as emotional as this, specifically because you've got 6, which includes community and cooperation, and that takes a lot of empathy to work through. So I think maybe you have to get past, or maybe will get past, a certain event in your life that may have been sad, but you took that sadness and you turned it into something else, which could be this. That's really what I'm getting from this. I think this is just proof that you can turn your own empathy into a life of goodness. So I think that's the general message that you could learn from this, if it doesn't relate to you, because I am doing a general public reading. Not everything will relate to everyone, however, I think all of us who got this can learn something from our own empathy. So those are the cards for group 1. Now let's do, see, I haven't done a charm reading ever. Let's try it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run around, pick, okay, oh, okay, we've got the chameleon. Cute little fella. We've got the star, which I would relate more to the star card, which actually really affirms this. You moved on from whatever was hurting you, or whatever feeling or thought was really putting you in this sorrowful state, and you were able to thrive off of it, which is what I associate with the star card. So here's the star charm. Now let's put this closer. I'm sorry if it glares. I was actually hoping that I could do this when it was raining, and then stopped raining. So here we have the chameleon, which I actually think ties into the Queen of Water. She is, a chameleon really can make anything its own, can adapt. I think the Queen of Water, to me, when I hear fertility, I think the ability to make anything happen out of anything in general, out of your own emotion, mostly. So I think that really ties into the chameleon. The chameleon can change given its circumstances and be successful due to that. And let's do one more. And then we've got the dragon, which the dragon to me signifies strength, emotional, logical strength, which I really get from mainly the 3 of Swords, as the swords I think are more intact with their own knowledge. And this is maybe knowledge of one's own feelings. And I think this could also affirm the Queen of Water, or the Queen of Cups. This is, to me, perseverance. This dragon is really all about just pushing through anything. The dragon is in the storm, but it is stronger than the storm. It can fly out of it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy your reading, group 1. Thank you for even finding this, or thank you for supporting me on here on YouTube. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you learned something. I hope that everything turns out all well and dandy, and I wish you the best of luck on everything. Welcome group 2. This is for those of you who picked the rose quartz. I'll put that off to the side now. So we've got All right, Justice with little number 11 up top. The 6 of air, or in this case, the 6 of swords, and the 4 of fire, or in this case, the 4 of wands. So I'm gonna pull some new cards from the Illuminated Tarot. I'll shuffle in front of you. Oh, okay, so right off the bat, got the 4, oh, could it be the 4 of wands? Awesome. So this is the second time in a row where I've gotten a card that just affirms another card from this deck. Well, let me make sure. I'm not too familiar with those cards, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Clubs, wands, perfect, perfect. Let's pull another card. So this is the card that signifies something the most. I will try to get better set up in the future, but now bear with me and my very close-up shuffling. Okay, so this one. And the 4 of spades, aka the 4 of swords. Okay. So first, let's do the 4 of wands, since that is really what the calling of these cards maybe surround, or this might be the most, the highlight of the deck, you might say. Let me put that up. All right, so let's read 4 of clubs, or 4 of fire, or in this case, 4 of wands. It is solid foundations, stability, and celebration. Okay. So then we've got that, and we also have the Justice card, which is all about fairness, equity, equality, justness. And I think justice as in unbiasedness, you know, I think that kind of ties into that, where it's a solid foundation. Maybe you are more logically influenced, maybe you do have empathy, and obviously that empathy relates to maybe the Justice card. You are able to recognize what is fair and what is unfair. However, you do maybe heavily rely on your own logic, and not in a sense that you are cold and, you know, you have no heart. Rather, you are very solid-minded, not in the sense that you are stubborn either, but you maybe might be that person to rely on when it comes to certain things, simply because your opinion might be the most valid, or, you know, in that sense. So let's go to the 6 of air, aka the 6 of swords, and the 4 of swords. So let's see. Here we go. So this is, oh, I think, okay, leaving worries behind, a transition. Obviously, you see the boat. I think that plays into, obviously, the imagery here. You see the boat leaving something. It's heading towards something new. It is definitely a transition. So let's see how that ties in all together. Now let's do the 4 of swords. Okay, so the 4 of swords in the Illuminated Tarot deck is represented by death. Okay, this definitely ties into everything here. However, the 4 of swords is upside down. So, I'm getting a feeling that maybe you are stuck right now, which might be unlike you actually, since you are very stable-minded. But you are stuck in the sense that you know that there are possibilities to do something new. But you are maybe stuck in the moment and you really want to go on with it. And I think this is just confirming that transition in life, that you will go on with it. So these cards kind of contradict each other, and I kind of find it funny. It almost feels like an order of events, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it was the way it was here, where you are going somewhere and you're gonna feel stuck. That is fine, because in the end, remember, you have, I think this is really what the deck is trying to tell you. You have to remember your own mindfulness. You have to remember what is just. You have to remember what is reasonable, what is logical, and maybe celebrate that transition, maybe celebrate going forward. That's what I'm kind of getting. So awesome. Right, let's go into the charms. So how I did it before for group 1, I tied it up, not tied it up, I zipped it up, I'm shaking, untie it, and I'm gonna pick 3. I'm trying to go pee. Okay, so, oh yeah, okay. This, I always see the shoe as stepping forward. I think this is definitely relates to the 6 of Swords. I'm sorry that fell over again. We've got the Sun, which I usually associate with the Sun card. Resilience, growth. Yes, oh wow. So I'm definitely getting a sense that there's something that you need to get past, and maybe that's this 4 of Swords, or something you will need to get past. And I think it's telling you to rely on your own logic and really see what's right and what's wrong, and just not to evaluate it so much as go with what you know, go or explore more knowledge. Let's get another charm. Okay, perfect. So, and this to me, okay, resembles a gate. I've always seen this as a gate, okay? A gate charm. And it is, you know the possibilities that are ahead of you, but there's something blocking the way. And wow, very good, because that totally ties into the 4 of Swords and feeling stuck in one position. That's how I interpret it. So it's literally just telling you, you already know the answer. Open up that gate, try to get past it, and don't be afraid for a new beginning. Don't be afraid for that transition. All right, so thank you group 2, and I hope you learned something. Hey group 3, so this is for those of you who picked the normal white quartz with the little hints of teal and brown. Let's put that aside. Like I said before, I will have to, I will have to definitely maybe rely on, depending on the cards, or depending on, you know, how knowledgeable I am of the cards, rely on the booklet. However, I am interesting selection of cards. Let's get 2 from the illuminated card deck. I apologize for the close-up. It's in my plans to get a better setup if this thing really hits off. So also apologize for the noise that you might be able to hear, aka a screaming baby. Let's do this one. I'm really feeling okay. Oh my gosh, stop it. Oh my goodness. So I'm so sorry, but sorry. All 3 decks, I've had a reoccurring card twice, confirming really what the most important part of the deck might be. And this is really it for you guys. The 6 of Water is the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Hearts is the 6 of Cups. I'm so sorry for the background noise. I'm really trying to, sorry. I'm really excited about this. I did not expect this. I'm so happy with the spirit guides have led me to. I'm literally, sorry, this is exciting. That's 3 in a row, man. This is meant to be. All right, let's do another shuffle. Let's see what else you've got. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups. 9 is also a significant number I see here. So let's get to it. The Emperor card is all about, okay, let's start with the Emperor card. First of all, let me say what we're starting off with. The Emperor card is all about not domination, rather a grasp of leadership. It is about knowing how to, I wouldn't say knowing how to persevere, rather knowing how to lead, maybe within yourself, within your life, within a group of people. You find yourself often, or you will find yourself often, you know, leading the group, being able to give direction to others or yourself. Okay, let's do the Six of Cups, since that one is very prominently calling here to the deck. Wow, that was 3 in a row where I've gotten 2 reoccurring cards. And by when I say reoccurring, I don't mean the same 2 cards over again. I mean, like, I'll get, let's say it was the Emperor card, then I'll get another card from the Illuminated Tarot deck that means the Emperor. That's just crazy to me. All right, let's do 6 of Hearts. Perfect. Okay, wow. So this is about love, beauty, and union. I think since it does say union, here I see it as a love for yourself. It kind of reminds me of when Narcissus was sitting on the lake and staring at himself. This is maybe a love for yourself. But here I'm getting union. So maybe it is telling you, you still have that love for yourself. Just because you love yourself doesn't mean you can't love somebody else. I think maybe yeah, this is definitely such a love romance card, 2 cards. Yeah, I'm definitely getting you're probably gonna meet somebody and find a union with them. Maybe not a well, it did say romance. Maybe a romantical union. Maybe not significant other. Maybe a significant other. However, this is telling you that this is either going on right now or it might happen in the future. And if it hasn't happened, I wouldn't say it's learn to love yourself and then you can love someone else. Rather, just because you love yourself this immense amount doesn't mean you have to give up any of that self-love for somebody else, and that person will come and you will learn that. So perfect. Now we have the 9 of Air, aka the 9 of Swords. So let's see. Well, 9 of Swords is, see, this girl has her eyes closed in the, let me show you. The girl has her eyes closed, really. She's standing on a rock. At any moment she could fall. And I think this is her not being able to understand what's really going on around her. Maybe you don't understand really what's going on around you. Maybe you've been leading, but you've been blindly leading. Or maybe you will overcome this blindness, or blindfulness, is that a thing? You will come to understand and be a great leader from it. So, romance, leading, needing to open your eyes. Wow, lot of stuff. All right, now let's go to 9 of Hearts, aka the 9 of Cups. So let's see. Okay. Definitely ties into the image of this card, as this card means selfishness and excess. And you kind of see that the seaweed, or the water, I think it's seaweed. What am I doing? The water is really flowing out of the cups. There's too much. So maybe I'm getting the sense that maybe not that you're narcissistic in general, not that you are a narcissist, but maybe stop focusing on yourself. I think that's what it's trying to tell you. To be a leader, you have to have a sense of unionship, which is also, this card. And to do that, you kind of have to maybe open your eyes, see that just because you love yourself doesn't mean you can't love someone else. Really, because this means selfishness and excess. I think it's selfish in the sense that maybe you're keeping all that love to yourself. And when I say love, I don't mean romantically, although it could lead to romantic, happenings. Rather, your own empathy, your own emotional ties. Maybe you feel blocked off. Maybe you are blocked off, or you keep yourself blocked off. I think really what this is trying to say is it's okay. You have to realize what's around you. Maybe you're not the only thing really that something bad can happen to, and it's just inevitable. And from that you need to grow leadership and from that you may be able to find unionship within others. So perfect. Now, like I did for the other 2 readings, I'm going to try to do a charm reading. I'm going to pick 3, shake it up. Let's pick. I'm like picking up 2 things at once, and I want to do one thing at a time. Okay, I got this charm for the other group. It is a shoe. To me, that signifies stepping forward, going into a new beginning, which I really sense from this, as you got the leadership card, or the emperor card, and then you have this. I feel like chronologically this would happen first, and then this would happen next, in the sense that really you're not the only, I don't know how to phrase this without sounding mean, but you are allowed to love yourself as much as possible, but realize that there's other people around that maybe really need that love just as much, and you have the ability to give it to others, and you have the ability to lead and step forward into that chapter of your life. Interesting. This also is the lock I get. When I think of the lock, I think of the hermit, but more so a hermit that isn't willing to open up to others, which it is a hermit. I don't know what I'm saying, whatever. And which really confirms these 2 cards, or these 3 cards. You keep your own love locked up into yourself, or you keep yourself locked up. You don't want to express yourself to others. You think it's vulnerable, and maybe that it comes off as selfish as others. I think that's what I'm getting more so now that I have the charms. All right, one more. Okay, we've got the dove, or the hope. On the dove side, I think of more birds fly into new things. It doesn't mean that you have to be resilient. Birds are fragile. Birds are fragile, and I think this is maybe your own weakness, that you think that expressing yourself is fragile, it's weak. But really, all great leaders are able to express themselves, otherwise they wouldn't get what they want. So yeah, I think honestly that's what I'm getting from this. But birds are fragile, but they're able to lead into new things. They're able to fly into new settings and find and prosper there. So yeah, thank you, group 3. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from this deck.